You know what the speed limit is here on?
I don't actually.
Do you think that's something you might want to know? See how registration, current proof insurance.
It's actually in the trunk under the
that's where you keep your registration?
Where the tire thing? No, I put it when I put it back there the first time I got it, and I just never grabbed it again. I haven't got it again.
So you're like, it's safe here next to my spare tire.
I'll keep it here because it was a whole thing. I'll just put it here for now, and then I'll just grab it.
Can you grab it for me? Your speed is a criminal amount of speed.
It comes to a stop in the LDS church parking lot on Interstate Gansel, just north of Bella Vista. It's kind of right between Bella Vista Road and Post and Butte High School. It was mentioned previously that it was kind of a drinking game of how many times we make stops in this parking lot and how drunk you would be if you took a drink every time I stopped a car here. The irony is not lost that you would play a drinking game for cars being stopped in the LDS parking lot. Nevertheless, we make a lot of stops here. So that's where the stop happened. Sam put it in there because it was kind of random that the guy's like, yeah, my registration is with my spare tire. So I thought it was funny. Obviously, guy was super nice. We had a great conversation. And obviously we laughed quite a lot because it was kind of an obscure place to keep your registration. The fact that he knew exactly where it was kind of made it even more funny.
Because you're more than 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. I didn't write you a criminal ticket, right? So within the pamphlet here is driver's license registration. So I'm giving it back to you. If you want later, you can get out, lift up your tire, put your registration back in there. All right. Just throwing it out there, man. It's an option. Well, the reason I'm coming up on your passenger side is because you literally stopped right on the white line. And if I were to talk to you on your driver's side, I'd be pretty much standing in the road. And there's all this room for you to drive over. And instead, you're parked over there. So that's why I'm over here.
That makes sense. I want to see this.
Let me guess, you don't have a license?
No, I have my license. It's on my phone.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate it so much.
I'm so sorry, officer.
There is no reason for you to be shaking as much as you are. I'm not going to pull you out of this car. We're going to have a cordial conversation.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of freaking out right now because I have my license right here.
Okay.
It has like the front and back.
No. All right.
I know that the best way is to have a physical.
You are required by law to carry a physical driver's license. Yeah, this on your phone because you're a Zennial or.
I got to own some stuff. The first thing is I use the term Zennial, which I was misinformed. I thought Zennial and Gen Z were the same thing. I come to find out that they're not. What I meant was that he was a member of Gen Z because they're the source of the majority of problems everywhere while driving. And but I was wrong. I used the wrong term, and I gotta own that. Not all Gen Z. I don't want to say everyone, but I'm just saying the significant portion of the ones that I run into. I'm running into them, right? So there's that. They're doing something to have me go up and stand at their door and go, "Oh, you're born in 2006. Of course you can't drive."
Whatever your generation is, this having everything electronic is not that doesn't work. That doesn't work for traffic stops. That doesn't work for Arizona law. MVD has an app that allows you to get your license on your phone, but that's for like going out to a bar, having an ID, a proof of identification, but it doesn't meet the requirements during a traffic stop because I need to be able to scan that, take it back here, run the information.
Again, I may have misspoke. This guy shows me a picture of his driver's license on his phone. So he's like, here's my phone. I took a picture, click, of my driver's license. That, by Arizona law, is not acceptable. The MVD app that comes from Arizona Motor Vehicle Division has a kind of the same thing, but it comes straight from MVD. That is accepted during a traffic stop. So I might have misspoke there a little bit. I apologize for anyone I may have misled. I hate the MVD app. It's terrible. When you have a physical driver's license, you can hand it to me. I can take it back. I don't have to take my pad out and write anything down. With the MVD app, I would have to take your phone with me into my possession, back into my car, to scan it, to take all of the information that I need on it to write a citation. That's why I don't like it. It makes things more difficult for me because I have to hand type everything in there. Doesn't matter, it is more efficient to have a regular driver's license. So I just don't like it. I've never met other traffic law enforcement officer that likes the electronic ones because it just makes our job harder. Unnecessarily, because adults should carry their driver's licenses with them.
And we're not taking someone's phone. In Arizona, you have to have a physical driver's license, your physical registration, not a picture of it, and insurance is something that it is legal to have in an electronic device. But we actually had a traffic stop earlier today where someone's like, hey, let me get my insurance on my phone, and he didn't have cell service. So he is still in violation of Arizona law. Moral of the story is, have something you can put in your hand and be able to give to someone upon request, and it keeps things super easy. So your citation is just for speeding. I'm going to give you a warning for not having your driver's license in possession, okay? Carry it with you.
I'm just curious. Is he taking photos?
It's actually video.
Video?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's Sam.
Go to YouTube, put in Fridays with Frank, and then you'll see why he's taking video. Yeah, deputy, but close enough.
I watch all your videos.
Oh, let me see. Do you have your driver's license with you?
I do.
All right. Well, as you know, I'm Deputy Sloup. Any idea why I might have stopped you?
Probably speeding.
Speeding, yeah. So you know that big building that's there in the middle of the field? You know that's the sheriff's office, right? So it's like it's where we live, right?
Yeah.
So as I'm pulling out of there, you blow past me, and I was like, she's going pretty quick.
Yeah, my husband and I watch your show all the time.
I have a cameraman back there right now doing his cameraman
I
thing.
don't want to be on it.
You might not have a choice.
67.
Any questions I can answer for you as I stand here at your window right now?
Just one.
Yes, ma'am.
May I take a picture?
Absolutely. I love pictures.
My kid thinks I'm weird, but
She's not weird. I took a picture with someone today at Cafe Rio. It's not weird at all.
That place. This was still a new thing of me stopping cars and writing someone a ticket like, hey, you're 68 and a 45. Here's your ticket. Anything else I can do for you? And then someone goes, yeah, can I get a picture with you? I'm fairly sure I'm the only traffic cop in the history of traffic cops that issues people citations, and then we take selfies and we leave as friends. But it's just the reality in Pinal County, and it's how things happen. So this still happens. It happens now. We had on video where I towed a kid's car and take a selfie with him. His car is going away to car jail, and we still take pictures. So it was kind of a novelty at this point in the Fridays with Frank franchise, because I was still in tan. This was last year, but it still happens.
The reason I stopped you is you're traveling a criminal amount of speed. You're 68 miles an hour. Posted speed limit here is 45. And you did that right in front of the sheriff's office substation, which is kind of where we live. How did I know you were from New York? Holy cow, you're from Comac.
No. He IDs himself with a New York driver's license. I look at it, he's from Comac. Comac's in Suffolk County. My mom, when she was very young, her family owned a fish market in Comac. It's real close to where I grew up, which is also in Suffolk County. I grew up in East Islip. I say Islip because it's just easier. But East Islip is actually where I lived when I was younger. I graduated from East Islip High School. Suffolk County PD is my hometown police department. I've recently traded patches back and forth with a guy. He got me, he was in the highway patrol, so I got a highway patrol patch. Gave me a Marine unit patch. The Marine unit from Suffolk County interacts with my dad out on the water, so it's my hometown PD, and I can't. Every time I get home, I love running into guys from Suffolk County that watch what I do here in the desert all the way there on Long Island. But it's fun. Sometimes I just walk up to a car and I can hear the way someone talks. I'm like, hey, where are you from? Like, oh, I'm from Long Island. Hey, like a hometown thing. So it's fun. It's one of the best parts of being from New York is running into other New Yorkers.
Holy cow.
Where are you from?
Islip. So
I have a junkyard on Central Islip.
I know exactly where that is.
Right on Suffolk Ave.
Yep, I know exactly where. Central Islip. I graduated from East Islip High School, so Yeah, and guess what? Suffolk County PD would also pull you over for this.
True.
You wouldn't be Frank. That's on.
That is me.
All right, my wife was talking about you.
That's it. Multiple people today have said, hey, I watch your videos, and man, I know that you're out here speeding, and, you know, still stop me. Well, yeah, man, I stopped you because you're speeding, and that's, you know, it's my job to stop you and slow you down, and these people just don't understand it. It's frustrating. As someone said, hey, you're the cop on the internet, and I am also a traffic deputy in real life.
Officer Sloup.
Deputy, but close.
I'll walk up to a car and they're like, oh, it's Officer Sloup. And I usually correct them, like, hey, I'm a deputy. The only difference, this is in Arizona only, it may be different in other states, but the only difference here in Arizona is officers are typically employed by a city. So like you're a Phoenix police officer or a Scottsdale police officer or a Casa Grande police officer. When you're employed by the county, you're a deputy, so you're a deputy sheriff. Back east, it's different because it's Suffolk County Police Department, but there are officers there, and then there's a Suffolk County deputies. But for Arizona specifically, if you're a deputy, you work for the sheriff's office. In Arizona, everyone that has a certification in the state of Arizona goes through Arizona Police Officer Standards and Training. We abbreviate it as AZ Post. They give, suspend, and revoke people's ability to be a law enforcement officer. So that is, they are the governing body over police certifications. So we're all certified. If you're you work for Arizona Game and Fish, you're a trooper, you work for Highway Patrol, you work for Flagstaff Police Department, or you work for La Paz County Sheriff's Office. All of those have the same jurisdiction as far as the ability to place someone under arrest. So that's it. Where you work is different. That's all, stuff within your individual agency. But as far as having the ability to arrest someone, if you're a cop anywhere, you're a cop everywhere in Arizona. So, but yes, because I work for the sheriff's office, I'm a deputy, and I try to correct people on that. And it does. I mean, hey, officers are cool, deputies are cool, troopers are cool, but if we're going to be throwing around titles, you might as well make it the right one.
See your driver's license. All right. Well, as you know, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the sheriff's office. Any idea why I might have stopped you? I have like this many reasons. I have so many reasons I can't even count them all. You drove past me and I was like, that window tint's illegal. And that lift's illegal. And then you couldn't drive in a straight line. And then you're speeding while you're not driving in a straight line. It's like a steady deterioration of the exhibition of driving.
With they'll catch.
So I've got I'm on hand number 2 now of violations. I've watched you drive for like 45 seconds. So while I was sitting in there, I also noticed that your license plate cover is also illegal. Because it covers the word Arizona. You can't tell what state it is.
Oh, okay.
Because it covers the word Arizona. So you can't have that.
Yes, sir.
So that thing's also illegal. This is possibly the most amount of warnings I've ever given on a stop. Now, you're still going to get a ticket.
Yes, sir.
You're getting a citation, 65 and a 45s, as fast as I got you.
Pretty fast.
So that's what's locked in on my radar. RMP stands for reasonable and prudent. For you, it's 0 because you have this cornucopia of Arizona motor vehicle law violations. So your reasonable and prudent speed is 0 because you're like a giant moving violation of Arizona law.